Hello everybody, and this is Jay here with you, and welcome back into another video. This is going to be a very special one on the channel, actually. This is my very first theory. Today we are going to be going over Little Nightmares 2. Now, that includes 1 as well, but first let me just say this. If you guys all enjoy the video, please leave a like, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe now. Alright, so let's do this. It's time to get straight into the action, folks. So, as you know, the game Little Nightmares, you play in the first game as a little girl named Six, and she's the one in a little yellow raincoat, and you play as her in number 1, of course, and you have all those activities. In number 2, you play as Mono, the kid with the paper bag over his head, and obviously, that probably rings a bell for all of you. And now we can move on to the next part. So, I just want to start by saying, this is huge. I found this out last night. I finished watching the game Little Nightmares 2. And Mono becomes the Thin Man. Now, the tall guy you see hanging in Little Nightmares 1, unfortunately, is Mono. Now, let me get to my theory, because there is an end to that, which I think that might change directions of this whole storyline. But here we go. So, at the end of 2, as you know, Six, the character in the yellow jacket, you play as her, right? And so on. So anyway, she drops Mono for dead. He falls into a hole, the eyes get him, he becomes the Thin Man. Whatever you want to call him, Thin Man, Crooked Man, like honestly that's what he reminds me of, but here we go. So, he sits there for years and years, growing, and eventually becomes the monster. Now, anyway, now to continue. At the end of 2, Six comes out of a TV. This is after the Thin Man is revealed. In front of Six is a dark glitch version of Six. This was the secret ending of Little Nightmares 2. My beliefs are glitch Six caused Six to drop Mono. Anyway, so, because he was left for dead, here's my theory. He had to accept reality and became a statue for the eyes. What I mean by that, at the end of the game there are a whole bunch of eyes. A whole mountain that watches him get on the chair. As soon as he sits on the chair, time begins. He is brought back into the glitch world and sits there to rot. Now, this is exactly what I mean. So basically, and as we all know, eventually he ended it, right? Which is why we see him hanging in Little Nightmares 1. Anyway, here we go. So sorry that I keep going over and over again. Just there's a lot to go through in this video, and I don't know how long it's going to be. It might be 10 minutes, might be more, it might be less. But here we go. So let me get to that. So, it will become clear. Mono is left to rot, becomes the monster, blah, blah, blah. We got it. But Six is still alive. And at the end, she comes through the TV and sees the dark version of herself. After she sees the dark version, you hear tummy growls. Do you know why? Here's exactly why. It's her punishment for leaving Mono behind. That's why Darker gave her hunger. So this is the theory to me. It could be true, it could not be, but this is exactly what I'm thinking. It's a punishment. And basically that's why, as you saw in Little Nightmares 1, Six is hungry and running for monsters. Now, here comes the theory. 1 is the future, as we know, and Little Nightmares 2 was the prequel, right? The beginning of the whole series. Anyway, because she wasn't taken to the glitch world, Mono had to accept the eyes to live, which just ended in sitting there and rotting until he had enough. So don't blame Six completely. The glitch Six controlled Six to drop Mono, leading to his end. That is my theory. The dark version got to her and took over. Anyway, sorry, here comes the real theory. If they make a Little Nightmares 3 as a continuance to 1, I believe Six is going to find a way to go back and save Mono, and that will build up a whole new storyline if they take that path. If in 3 they find a way to help Six go back into the glitch world, aka back in time, because that's where time and the souls are watched, I feel like she can bring Mono back, and if they make a 4 after that, it's continuance on how to help Six and Mono and the rest of the mini generation to survive hunger and live. There's also the option they go way back before Little Nightmares 2 takes place. This would tell us how everything went downhill. That would also be very interesting. Now, Future 6 isn't glitched. The glitch world is separate. And the glitch world was opened by Mono accepting the eyes. Now, we're going to go back to what you saw at the end of the game. Mono is dropped by 6 into a pile of eyes, and those eyes are the ones that you see on the doors. They're the ones that are always watching throughout the games. Anyway, he had to accept them to live, otherwise he was nothing. He was done for. Okay, so that's why he ended up sitting on that chair all those years, growing and growing until he got to that point. Now, here we go. If I was the developer, I would go with continuing the storyline at least 3. Then you can go back to the very beginning before it all happened in 4. So what I mean by that, 3 could be what happens after Little Nightmares 1, where 6 is at now, with the hunger and all the problems. And how is she going to find a way back to Mono if they do take that route, right? So here we go. I do believe, and then 4, as I said, you can go back to the very beginning before it all happened. And then 5, it could be a finale. Now, what I mean by 4 is you can go back to when it was the good days. Everyone was getting along. Everyone was not a monster, and etc., right? Anyway, so now we're going to move on. 5 would be the finale on how it all ends. Do 6 and Mono and the mini generation, the rest of the people live or fall, right? Now remember, this is all a theory, but if there is a way to go back in time, I feel like Mono will be saved. And that will change the whole plot line to very interesting stuff. So, she got to Ma from going back to reality. A glitch world was left behind. But it's wide open waiting to cause problems. Because the glitch world was never closed, it's inside of the static of the TVs, and there's still TVs there, meaning that the glitch world can find a way back into reality and cause more problems, right? Anyway, here we go. So, my friend had a little theory that this could become war. I said, maybe partially. Whatever the next game brings, I feel it holds dark secrets. And that's what I'm thinking, obviously, and if they make 3 as a time travel to the glitch world, this is exactly what I'm thinking. That's how we will learn about the glitch world, and that's how Mono can be saved as well. Because the glitch world, as I said, holds time. It also watches you every step, no matter your outcome. It's freaky and dark. But there's definitely meaning to the glitch world, which I'm sure we'll learn about in the next game, hopefully. Now here we go. They need to go the glitch route. I'm going to say this right now. They need to go the glitch route. If 3 is continuance, they need to go the glitch route. And why is that? Because it explains what happened. What's going to happen after Mono's gone, he's dead, and 6 is still roaming the city all alone, right? So here we go. If 3 is continuance, maybe it will include what happens with time travel in the glitch world, and also it might give us a flashback as to how the glitch world even began. I think that's what the ending of 3 would hold. The secret as to how the glitch world even came to be. Now, I could see that coming, like a battle to save reality, because my friend said he thinks that there will be a battle, or a war, whatever, but maybe that would be the finale. Now, why do I think that? Game 5, right? They fight the dark and turn reality back to the good days. Maybe the dark glitches will be guarding the glitch time machine. That's if there is one, right? This is all a theory. That would be a good guess. Your thoughts, though? Whatever is going on in this series, it's more than meets the eye. Lots of dark secrets are still to be discovered. And of course, I'm thinking that too, right? Glitch and Ma could also be working together. That's another route, okay? Exactly. This is what makes cliffhangers really interesting and confusing at times. You always question what's going to happen next in each game, right? So we continuously wander around so many possibilities, and for all we know, everyone's theory out there could be completely wrong, including mine. We might find a new enemy in 3, or so on. Maybe there is more than the glitch world and Ma. And right, for that to happen, as I said, this would be their alternate route. 3 would become 1, how it all began, and everything was great, and then went to blah, 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 you know, I'm not going to swear. I think that would be a good alternative route if they want to show the very beginning. Or as I said, they can continue 6's journey, and my friend said, well, what if the glitch destroyed the beginning? Exactly. They can make 3 number 1 and show how the glitch began to take over, right? Cliffhangers, right? They get you. Anyway, so here we go. If you saw the ending, you're Mono sitting in a small chair, and you just keep growing and growing. Every 10 seconds it cuts out, changing your height, hinting at time. Now, what I mean by time is passing by. This is lots of time going by, years, whatever. You can call it what you want. But this is Mono becoming the Thin Man, because he's not in reality. He can never be Mini again. He becomes big because he's in the glitch world, which is an unusual atmosphere of the Little Nightmares universe. So, here we go. What does the light mean, my friend asked? I said it's the eyes showing there's no way out, because the eyes control Mono, and that's why he's stuck there and ended up ending it, we think, right? So the light is reality, which he will never reach again. And then he asked, but when it dims? I said, that's time passing. He's getting older and taller. Here's number 1 evidence. There he is hanging in Little Nightmares 1. I can't show you. I might edit it in the video, but I'm pretty sure if you were to search it up, or if you watch the series already, you know in Little Nightmares 1, you'll see a tall man hanging. That is Mono. Anyway, now you probably are questioning now, how did 6 see the Thin Man in 1? Mono, right? Which is considered the future in this series. If he's in the glitch world, how does she see him in reality, right? I don't know. But you know what I mean, right? Anyway, so here's a thought, okay? How can she see him? It's because by ending himself, he showed the eyes he was done being their entertainment. Again, this is all a theory, but I'm thinking he was tired of being their show puppet, whatever. And they put him back into reality as a dead man to show they were done hosting him as their caged animal. Now, what I mean by that is he's just, as I said before, a show puppet. They control his lifeline. They're just going to watch him till the end, and what kind of life is just sitting there doing nothing, right? Anyway, now they're going to be looking for a new victim. However, no one is in the glitch world anymore. 6 left through the TV. I don't mean no one as in the glitch world people aren't there. They're still there. But the actual reality people, 6 is now back in the actual world. We also left off with the teacher. She's still in the school. And of course you have the doctor in the hospital. He's not gone. So there's so many different routes here, right? And that's what makes it so confusing. But here's a thought in future games. If 6 goes back to the glitch world, I have a feeling those eyes are gonna want her next. Now what I mean by that is they took over Mono, right? He grew tall, blah blah blah. I think they want the same thing for 6. They want a dead, dark ending. Now, of course that's dark and twisted, but it's a good, awesome game either way as I look at it, because you never know where it's gonna go. Superstition and all that, right? And then when she would die, hang herself like Mono did, if the ending is they get her too. But I think this series is so dark it needs to have a good ending. I don't think that 6 is going to end up dead like Mono. Now you can't go dark from start to finish. It just doesn't make sense, right? I'm pretty sure you would agree. Anyway, so my friend said, well, what if in the end it shows 6 in a coma in a modern hospital, 3D rendered? I said, so I feel she will survive and save Mono from the glitch world, and hopefully they both can save reality and go back to a good past, and live on from there with nothing bad ever taking place like it did the first time. So, as I'm saying, in 2, the glitch world connects to Little Nightmares 1, which is continuance back into reality, in the dark reality, right? After the glitch took over and Ma and all that. Anyway, here's what I think. Okay, so, and live happily ever after that. What I'm saying is they prevent the evil from taking over in advance. So I'm saying the timeline they are in now is clearly a fail. And all negatives, nothing positive. If 6 can turn back time in the glitch world and find a way to keep Mono alive and prevent the glitch world from taking over reality before it's supposed to happen, that would be your good ending. Living happily undisturbed till the end, right? Your thoughts on that? You can comment down below, or you can DM me if you're an Insta friend, whatever. Anyway, let's continue. This is theories, and this could go sideways. This, as I said, this could be completely wrong. This could be completely accurate, but they could be right? They also could be completely off track. This series could have an even more alternate route. This series could, I don't know, like a new character altogether, etc. This could also be an endless cycle of darkness. We never know. Now, in the fourth game, my friend said, mysteriously in the fourth game, what if there was an ending? It's just a pitch black screen, right? I said, chances are slim. There's always a storyline. If they do that, there has to be a secret within pitch black. Maybe. I feel like that's too simple, though. This series has much more to offer than a simple screen lifeline. That was my comment to him. Anyway, it could, and many other possibilities could too. This is what puts everyone off guard. We truly don't know what's going to happen next game, because the ending of 2 was what led to 1. So we are in a big loophole right now. Many thoughts and theories and mind lapses, but we won't know until the developers drop a trailer for 3, etc. I'm hoping they drop some kind of secret soon. Apparently 2 is supposed to have a DLC. Now, maybe that will hide something that leads to a future of Little Nightmares, or the very beginning of how it all happened. God, there's so many cliffhangers, right? I know. Anyway, and after you beat the DLC, it would reveal whatever the secret is, you know? I think that would be a good route to go. They give some kind of secret that will lead us to 3, being either continuance of the storyline or how it all began. I think that would really be good to put everyone on track, and that would definitely confirm a 3rd game. But as we all know, there probably is going to be a 3rd game. I'm thinking we're looking up to 5 games in this series max, but here we go. So, like I said, this game is full of dark secrets, but here's another thought, okay? And this is the end of it, I think. What if, okay, you know how the Thin Man, aka Mono, hung himself? What if something killed him and planted him to look like he ended it, but it wasn't him? Like I said, this game is full of dark secrets. What if he didn't? What if he did not end himself? What if it was planted, right? Like I'm saying, that is him hanging, but what if someone killed him? He didn't kill himself. That's my thoughts. Anyway, the theory on this is there are so many loopholes and there's so many ways to go in the storyline. You honestly don't know what's going to happen, but it is such a good game, and I'm excited to see 3 because I'm pretty certain that there is going to be a number 3. Anyway, if y'all enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe now. Thanks for all your support. Love you all. Have a good day. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hi sir, good morning. This is Ali calling from your duct cleaning services. How are you doing today?
From the what?
Pardon me?
Did you say duct cleaning?
Yeah.
Oh, no, ours is clean, thank you.
Alright, sir, bye.
Have a good day. And I just got a duct cleaning call. Anyway, so yeah, this was this video on Little Nightmares. So I do want to end off this theory because we're at 1842. I kind of want to make this a 20-minute video at least. So as I said, we have the teacher and so many things that are possibilities. And I think the teacher and maybe even backstory to the Thin Man and the Glitch World could be included in the DLC in Little Nightmares 2. If that is the case, we have so many alternate routes to go in this series, and the developers are going to trick us in so many ways that we might not even know where this story is going to go, right? Like, it's a mess. Right now, we know what's happening in 1, we know what's happening in 2, the question is, what's going to happen in 3? Is it going to be continuance, or is it going to be the very beginning, which is continuance to 2, but before the Glitch World even took place? This was when everything was going well, and how it all went to hell kind of thing. So, if that's how it turns out, I'll be very excited to see what happens either way it goes. This series has me stunned. Like, honestly, when I found out that Mono became the Thin Man, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, no one would have known that, honestly. It was so hidden. It was well hidden and secretive that they left it to the end of the game to put you on a cliffhanger, and that's what every game wants to do, to continue its series and not give up too much info. Anyway, guys, we have hit the 20-minute limit. I've told you what you need to know, what theories are in the plan here that I'm thinking about, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Like and subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye.